Knicks Nation. Today is Tuesday, the 16th day of January 2024. I hope you're safe and healthy today. I hope your family is safe and healthy, and that the needs of you and your family in terms of food, shelter, clothing, as well as health are being met today. Blessings upon those that work in the healthcare field, who along with the first responders every day are saving lives. Those also that pick up garbage, keep our places clean, and those that make deliveries for our convenience. Double blessings on the men and women that are out here trying to help, rescue, deliver, and recover teenagers and children that are the victims of child molestation and pedophilia. People who are also the victims of pornography, prostitution, child prostitution, human trafficking, sex, slavery. Double curses on the perpetrators, the profiteers, and the perverts that create this industry. Finally, blessings upon the homeless. There are nearly 600,000 men, women, and children homeless in the United States of America and millions around the world in similar or worse conditions. Blessings upon them, for theirs is the kingdom. There was a basketball game yesterday at Madison Square Garden. The New York Knicks lost to the Orlando Magic 98-94. And there were some things that I learned from watching this game yesterday. I try to learn about the game, the pro game, as much as I can. And I've been doing that for a long time. And yesterday was no exception. So yesterday, before the game, I mentioned the keys to the Knicks winning the game. I mentioned tight defense, which means keeping Orlando under 100 points. I mentioned having the rebounding advantage, right? And keeping the turnovers low. Well, the Knicks did keep Orlando under 100 points. Orlando scored 98. The Knicks did keep the turnovers low. They only had 9. The rebounding, the Knicks did not dominate the boards. Actually, Orlando out-rebounded them 46-41. And it was even 13-13 on the offensive glass. But there was other elements that I assumed would be taken care of. And I'm realizing now they weren't. For example, I remember saying yesterday that it didn't matter if Deuce McBride was starting or if Jalen Brunson was starting. And the reason I said that is because I was very confident that Deuce would start to score more because now he's getting acclimated. He's getting regular minutes. He's not looking over his shoulder. And I was right. He did score 20 points. The problem was, and this is the thing, I got like at least 3 messages yesterday because y'all were so upset. Trade Randall. Listen, Knicks Nation, just because somebody has a bad game, don't mean you trade them. It doesn't work like that. This ain't high school or college. This is the league, okay? You got to think longer term. So no, we're not trading Julius Randle. Let's get that out here right now and stop that stupidness. Now, but Randle played like crap yesterday. He did. And I'm not trying to make an excuse for him. I mean, look, he shot the ball terribly. 5 of 18 from the field, 2 of 9 from 3. He scored 15 points. He was not a factor on the board. And the reason is Randle went into all of his worst habits yesterday because Brunson wasn't there. You see, this is the thing. There's one thing for you to make up the scoring slack, which is what Deuce did. Deuce scored 20 points yesterday. I mean, he shot the ball tremendous. 8 of 17 from the field, 4 of 10 from 3. He was +3. Deuce was playing tight defense, which is why they held him under, one of the reasons they held him under 100 points. But Randle is used to now being handled by Brunson. He's used to be Brunson telling him calm down, Brunson telling him where to set up. Yesterday, Randle threw up some of the worst shots I've seen him throw up all season. He started doing this Saturday night. Knicks got away with it. But yesterday, he would come down and just throw up 3-pointers. Bad shot, terrible shots. Okay, he wasn't setting up on the low block. He was getting the ball outside. Now Orlando was focusing on him. But and there's another issue with that because if he focused on him, he's not hitting the open man. Brunson is not there to bail him out, and so he's screwed. And that's what happened yesterday. Not only that, I also realized without Brunson, Donte DiVincenzo's like a machine that's turned off. He's been totally crap for the last 2 games in terms of free throw shooting and defense. Okay, totally crap. He made a nice highlight play on Saturday night against Memphis. Got the steal, got the dunk. But that was basically the only play he made like that. The rest of the game, he was getting beat. He was getting beat on off the dribble. He was late in rotations. Same yesterday. And then, I don't know why it is, but the last couple games, when DiVincenzo gets a two-shot foul, he seems to just throw the first shot up at the rim, like he's not even caring. Then he focuses and hits the second shot. And that was critical. Yesterday, the Knicks were 15 of 22 from the foul line. Now, they lose the game by 4. They missed 7 foul shots. And it wasn't just any foul shot. At critical juncture of the fourth quarter, DiVincenzo's missing and Randall's missing. In fact, Randall missed 2 in a row. And see, it almost was as if they weren't focusing, or they were not focusing. What it was is the lack of Brunson. I also realized DiVincenzo plays well with Brunson. Grimes plays well with DEUCE. So you might say, well, then you should start Grimes when DEUCE starts and start DiVincenzo when Brunson starts. Well, Tom Thibodeau's not going to do it that way. He's going to keep his starting 5 and just slot his guy in there and say, next man up, do your job. Well, McBride did his job. But DiVincenzo did not do his, because DiVincenzo was not used to playing with DEUCE. I don't know what's going on. They all practice together, but DiVincenzo was not himself, has not been himself since Brunson's been out the lineup. Okay? And so they're used to playing with Brunson and not DEUCE. DEUCE is younger. DEUCE is he's more acquiesce. He's going to defer more. Now, he started to take charge yesterday. If you noticed from the game, even the beginning, Randall's giving DEUCE the ball lots of times for him to bring it up. Good. But then Randall is settling for chucks from the three-point line. That's what happened yesterday. Okay. DEUCE scored 20. Really, he scored 20 yesterday. But I think, as crazy as it sounds, yesterday they needed him to take maybe 8 more shots. Like, instead of 17 shots, he should have took 25 shots. He should have been way more aggressive. I'm not blaming him. I'm saying for the sake of Randall and DiVincenzo. Because DEUCE was trying to get everybody involved. He's trying to get the ball moving. He's trying to be team player. Because Tom said, let's function as a unit. He should have. He did. But DiVincenzo and Randall was not in sync. And the lack of the sync was DEUCE instead of Brunson. Again, I'm not blaming DEUCE. DEUCE played great. And Tom said it too. It's not DEUCE's fault. DEUCE played great. It's those two dudes couldn't function with DEUCE. Which I didn't expect that. I did not expect that. Okay, I did not expect that. So that was problem number 1. Problem number 2 is all of these calls to go get bench step. It's like people need it's almost like, again, it's that dopamine. You need anything to just make a trade. Oh, this is the reason we need it now, because we need a bench. Look, at full strength, listen to this. At full strength, this is what the Knicks look like now. Look, Randall, Anunoby, Hartenstein, Brunson, DiVincenzo. Your bench, Mitchell Robinson, Deuce McBride, Quentin Grimes, Josh Hart. You don't need any bench help when you got that. So now what are you going to do? So anybody you trade to try to get this great bench help that you need, somebody's got to go out. And I'm telling you, if we just wait and let them get back to full strength, we won't have a problem. See, what DEUCE showed yesterday, well, again, if given consistent, serious minutes, like 15, 20 minutes a game, he's going to produce. So you take that production and you put it on the bench and you put it next to Grimes, because Grimes operates better with DEUCE. Yesterday he scored 8 points, 14 minutes. And then you bring in Josh Hart, who's going to do what he does, and then Mitchell Robinson. And then, of course, you got Grimes, Mitchell Robinson, Hart, DEUCE. That's your 4. We haven't had that yet. Precious, he's doing all right. I can say Precious, I still think he's just going to take longer to feel his way out. And I'm not even sure he's long-term for the Knicks because of where he's at when you get Mitch Rob back. But You don't have it right now. And so for you to make a trade, all you people just yelling make trades, it sounds so, it's annoying because it's ignorant. It's like, who are you trading? To get Brogdon, to get DONTE Murray. Who you trade? All right, so let's say you went to go trade Grimes. You think that's all Atlanta wants? You think that's all Portland wants? And how many number ones you want to give for a bench piece? That's what I'm saying. It's making no sense, not to me. So I'm not saying I don't know what they're going to do. And now I'm saying when you take the four that I said, Mitch Rob, Grimes, DEUCE, and Josh Hart, and then you have behind DEUCE, Malachi Flynn. Now you're not going to have Malachi Flynn past the summer. I'm going to tell you that right now. He's too good. He's not going to be in front of DEUCE. It's not going to happen. Okay, that for a number of reasons. Number one, he's really good, but DEUCE has paid his dues, and DEUCE ain't slipping. So, sorry. Number two, Tom has a pecking order. He trusts DEUCE, and DEUCE has earned that. That's what I'm saying. So you got Brunson and DEUCE. That's going to be your thing. But third string would be Malachi Flynn. But I feel like Flynn is too good to be a third string point guard, just like DEUCE was too good to be a third string point guard behind Brunson and IQ. Well, Flynn is too good. And this is about playing opportunity and about money. So Flynn is going to be looking to go to a place because he's good. I liked Flynn coming out of San Diego State. I still like him. I still think he's got potential to be a very solid NBA point guard. But he needs to get playing time. He's not going to sit. He put it this way. He is miles ahead of Arcidiacono. And I'm not saying Arcidiacono is no scrub, but Malachi Flynn is way better. Notice again, he didn't put Arcidiacono in there. He putting Flynn in there behind DEUCE. And so while you got Flynn, you keep him as your third string point guard. Now you got a bench. You already got it. You just needed to get healthy. That's the problem. Okay? You just needed to get healthy. Yesterday, when you had McBride starting, you have Flynn, Hart, you have Grimes, and then you have Achua. Achua is not Mitch Rob. He's not Hartenstein. He's a power forward, strictly power forward, trying to play center. He shouldn't be the five guy, that you're depending on to back up Hartenstein. But that's what you got. And I understand why he's playing him in front of Sims, because Achua is more versatile than Sims is in terms of what he can do in terms of 4 and 5. But he ain't Mitch Rob. Okay, he ain't Mitch Rob. And he ain't never going to be Mitch Rob. So we got to chill and let us ride this out right now. The good thing is that Brunson's injury is not major. It's not long term. He'll be back probably against Houston on Wednesday. Then you'll start to see, obviously, DiVincenzo and Randall hopefully will get back and hitting their foul shots and playing like they have some sense. And then you're going to bring DEUCE back to the bench with Grimes, with Hart. You'll have that power out there. So we just got to chill. Yesterday, like I said, Randall and DiVincenzo was just, you almost like with DiVincenzo was like he was partying the night before and wasn't focusing. And with Randall, he just went into all his worst habits yesterday, And so they need an adult in the room, and that adult is Brunson. So hopefully Brunson comes back against Houston and we can get back to winning. Y'all enjoy your Tuesday. Shalom.